Hope everyone is having an awesome day. And I just started, what prompted me to go ahead and make this video is because we were recording on Zoom and I had just extreme technical difficulties and environmental difficulties. So I figured I would spend a little time and create this video for the team and for our topic that I was sharing on. And I had been inspired earlier this week or last week, to share. There was a YouTube motivational video just by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he talked about his rules to success and working hard and the time that we have every day. So that had inspired my topic that I shared on with the Zoom call. So I just kind of want to go into that a little bit. And he talked about working hard and about how we all have time. You know, if you take out how much you work and you take out how much you sleep, and that it can vary. It can vary how many hours you work. It can vary how many hours that you sleep. But you still have a whole lot of time if you'll be efficient and if you'll work hard with your time and not waste your time. And so, you know, I don't share just to talk to everyone else. I share what I take in and how I learn from it. And, you know, that really made me think about how much am I multitasking? How much am I using my time efficiently? How much am I prioritizing my time? And I gave a lot of examples in our Zoom. And a lot of those things, you know, what I first started out with wasn't even asking myself if I was prioritizing or how efficient I was being, but how I attacked my day and how I woke up with a great mindset, I went to bed with a great mindset, and I have an attitude of gratitude. We have a lot of things that happen between our business, between life, between family, between kids, everything, even with work. And, you know, when things happen, I always look at what's best that comes out of it. And I shared that, I think maybe a couple of weeks ago, whenever I had a vehicle accident. And I just, as soon as it happened, I looked up at God and said, thank you. And because it could have been so much worse. There could have been so many things, and it was something really, really simple. And I do that with everything. When something goes wrong, I look at the greater good that can come out of it. And we can do that with everything in life. You know, there was different things going on in the house and things I was having to get done, and whether it was for the kids or business or Thanksgiving dinner. And I kept just telling myself, hey, this is great. It needs to be done. And one of the things was last week, our middle child, Ellie, had gotten sick. She got up and vomited, only vomited one time. She did it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And when she was doing it and I was cleaning up, all I could think of was, well, the bathroom needed to be cleaned anyway, so I'm going ahead and doing it. And as long as she's okay, she didn't have a fever, she didn't even vomit again. And so I was thankful, and I got something done, and everything's great. I don't look at the time of sleep that I lost. I don't look at having to get up and even focusing on just that she was sick. I was focusing on, I'm grateful that it wasn't any worse than what it was. So, you know, your attitude of gratitude, I think the way that you hit your time and how you prioritize and how you can be efficient makes such a huge difference, because you're not clouding your own judgment to, are you being efficient? Are you prioritizing? You know, in that, also got me talking about your purpose and your passion. And, you know, I think my mindset of the positivity and trying to stick with it, not letting anything bring it down, because it'll happen. It happens all the time. So spending time to make sure that I have an attitude of gratitude, but then also finding that passion and purpose in life, that you get up every day and you're happy about it. And, you know, what made me think about if I had my passion and my purpose was, I had read, and I think it was in the book Purpose Driven Life, and it's like a daily devotional, 40-day devotional. And it talked about how there are some people that love to pray so much that they'll pray instead of sleeping. And I was just like, oh, I'm I'm a horrible Christian. Like I mean, I like to pray at night or pray first thing in the morning, but there's plenty of times that I fall asleep praying. And I thought, that's amazing. There are people like that. There are people that sacrifice their sleep to pray and to pray for other people. And I thought, I don't do that. I need to do that. And I kind of, like, I get up really early. I get up probably almost an hour and a half before my children do. I get a lot of personal growth time done during that time. Not just working on the house, but personal growth time, because it's very quiet and I can focus on it and the day's not started. And, so that's also what that YouTube video talked about. You can sacrifice things. You can sacrifice your time. You can sacrifice your sleep. You can think about what you're doing on lunch break or during your breaks. Are you using that time efficiently? I even referred to, there's a lot of us that work super, super hard. I have been very blessed and very lucky to focus now from home. But, even those of you that are listening to this that have super strenuous jobs and jobs that just wear you out mentally and physically. And I felt like that sometimes whenever I was teaching and it was really, really stressful days. There's a lot of times that you just think about trying to get rest and trying to sleep and how wore out that you are. But I also want to challenge you then, have you found that purpose and passion in life? Have you found that, yes, if you make sure that you can get a little bit more sleep, but have you found that passion to where after you get that little bit of sleep, you have a zest and you have just super motivation in life? And I think some people get into the rut of just doing the mundane, of doing, going with the flow, one thing after the other, working, coming home, doing the same thing, and even at their jobs, they may be serving something greater, but at the same time, have you found that passion to go out above and beyond that? Have you found that passion to chase your dreams? Have you found that passion to devote things to others and to sacrifice your sleep and your time? Have you found that? And this is what I also shared, God made you to do more than just get up and go to work and come home and do the same routine every day. And so it's on you, though. You've got to find that. You've got to find your purpose. You've got to find your passion. And it doesn't have to be quitting your job. It doesn't have to be things like that. But it creates a zest for life in you that normally is hard to find with people. They have a hard time with that. There's so many people that just get up and go to work and come home, and there's so much. Even if it's just giving a little to others, doesn't have to be drastic changes. But what's your attitude like when you're just going through the motions? What is that? Are you happy and blessed and grateful? And if you are, then that's awesome. You found some type of purpose or passion. But if you're not, and you're complaining and you're stressed and you're going through the motions and you can't get out of that, there's got to be something blocking you from God's purpose for you, because it's not just to get up and to go to work. It's so much. We are made for fellowship and for love and for a zest for life and to, do good. And if we're letting things cloud that and we're getting stressed out, then we got to ask ourselves, how efficiently are we using your time? Are you focusing on things that are just clouding your judgment? Are you focusing on Facebook or people that you're jealous of or envious of, or that topics or subjects or things that you're not doing something about it? Think about how you're using your time. We do all have it. It is very precious because it goes and we can't get it back. Just like right now, I have such a precious time in life that I'm raising 3 wonderful little children. So I have to be super efficient with my time and where I sacrifice it and what I do and how I spend it. And that is a huge priority for me. But I'm so happy and I'm so blessed while I'm doing it. And I know that I am serving a great purpose for the Lord, and I just pray for that for you. And that's my challenge to you. I wholeheartedly, with so much love and prayer, your purpose is not just to get up and to go to work. And I just pray for anybody that has got into a rut and needs to get out. And I challenge you on how you're using your time, and find something. Find a motivational speaker that you can listen to on YouTube, and that just gets you going and helps you efficiently use your time. I mean, I gave this example, and this will be the last thing that I share, but vehicle time. Okay, so if I'm driving somewhere, then I'm listening to something motivational, something business-oriented, personal growth-oriented, spiritual-oriented, whatever it is. I'm going to double dose on my time. I'm driving, I've got to get somewhere, but I'm going to utilize that time. And that's the same example. If Jeremy is driving us somewhere, then you better bet I'm doing something. And I'm happy about it. I'm not stressed about it. I'm utilizing my time because I have to sacrifice, or I need to sacrifice my work, my purpose time for my other purpose, which is raising my children. My purpose in the fellowship and spreading the love and the hope with our business, but also in raising my 3 children. And that's so, so very precious. So I'm going to make it a priority on how I use it. And it's a daily job to try to make that happen. But it is such the greatest blessing on earth that God's given those challenges to me. So, I just hope that this has been helpful in thinking and challenging yourself about how you're using your time, and if you're being efficient. If you have an attitude of gratitude, find something on YouTube that can help you motivate and that can help you learn more. And I just pray for you to find that purpose and to build your passion, because I want you to have a zest and a happiness in life. Thank you all so much.